Welcome to the multiverse of anime. If you enjoy exploring alternate realities where heroes fall and villains rise, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share our channel for more mind-bending stories. The Earth trembles. Not from an earthquake or some natural disaster, but from something far more terrifying. Power. Raw, uncontrolled power that shouldn't exist. Not yet, not here, not from him. Golden lightning tears across a blood-red sky as two figures stand side by side, their matching Saiyan armor gleaming like obsidian mirrors. Their faces are hidden in shadow, but their stance speaks of absolute unity, of brotherhood forged in battle. The ground beneath their feet has turned to glass from the heat of their combined energy. A voice echoes across the wasteland. Proud, ancient, speaking words in a language Earth has never heard. The brothers of legend have returned. The image shatters like a broken dream, replaced by another. Vegeta, prince of all Saiyans, on his knees. Blood runs down his face as he stares up at the two warriors with something no one has ever seen in his eyes before. Fear. Real primal fear. Impossible, he whispers. The prophecy, it was just a myth. Another flash. Earth burns, but not from alien invasion. The flames carry the banner of the Saiyan Empire, and leading the resistance against it are faces we know but barely recognize. Piccolo, scarred and battle-worn, commands a ragtag group of fighters. Gohan, no longer innocent, his eyes hard as steel. They're not fighting against invaders, they're fighting against their own planet's new rulers. The visions spin faster now. A technique that defies everything we know about Dragon Ball's power system. Two golden dragons spiral around each other in perfect synchronization, their roars shaking reality itself. One dragon bears a face of childlike joy mixed with terrible power. The other, wild hair flowing like a mane, radiates savage pride. Together, they strike with the force of a collapsing star. The twin dragon fist, a technique that exists in no timeline and no possibility. Until now, everything goes white. When the light fades, we see him, Son Goku, Earth's greatest hero, defender of the innocent, the man who never met an enemy he couldn't befriend. He stands alone on a familiar hillside, the same one where he trains every morning, the same one where he stood 1,000 times before. But something is different. His hand presses against his temple, his eyes are wide, pupils dilated, sweat beads on his forehead, despite the cool morning air. His whole body trembles, and for the first time in years, it's not from excitement or hunger. It's from memory. No! The word escapes his lips like a prayer, like a plea to the universe to tow it back. To make it stop. I remember. 23 years of buried memories crashed through his mind like a tsunami, a childhood he never knew he had, a life before Earth, before Grandpa Gohan, before everything that made him who he is. I remember everything. His knees buckle. The strongest man in the world falls to the ground, clutching his head as images assault his mind. A red sky, a dying world, a hand on his shoulder, rough but protective, a voice, deeper than his own but hauntingly familiar. Remember, little brother? Saiyans stick together. Always. Raditz. The name tears from his throat like it's been waiting decades to escape. My brother who... High above Earth's atmosphere, a space pod cuts through the void like a knife through silk. Inside, a warrior with hair down to his knees checks his scouter one final time. His lips curl into a smirk. After all these years, he's finally found him. His weak, pathetic little brother who was sent to conquer this backwater planet and failed. But Raditz doesn't know what's happening on the surface below. He doesn't know that at this very moment, his brother's mind is cracking open like an egg. That memory sealed away by head trauma and circumstance are flooding back. That the naive, simple-minded fool he expects to find is transforming into something else entirely. Goku's power level begins to rise, slowly at first, then faster. The scouter numbers that once read 416 climb past 500, past 700, past 1000. The air around him shimmers with heat. My brother, Goku whispers again, but this time it's different. This time there's something else in his voice. Something that wasn't there before. Something that shouldn't be there. Rage. My brother who left me to die. The ground cracks beneath him. In the distance, birds scatter from trees. Even miles away, Piccolo stops his meditation, eyes snapping open. Something is wrong. Something is terribly catastrophically wrong. And in his space pod, speeding toward Earth, Raditz continues to smirk, unaware that destiny itself has just shifted, that the reunion he's planned for so long is about to become something neither brother could have imagined. Because when you remember everything, you also remember why you forgot. The morning sun beats down on the World Martial Arts Tournament arena 5 years after the defeat of Piccolo Jr. In the original timeline, this would be a day like any other. Goku would be training, Gohan would be studying, and the Earth would spin on in peaceful ignorance of the danger approaching from the stars. But timelines are fragile things. Change one moment, one memory, and everything unravels. Goku and Piccolo circle each other in the abandoned arena, their Wednesday sparring session a tradition born from mutual respect. Piccolo's weighted cape hits the ground with a thunderous crash. Goku stretches, that familiar grin spreading across his face. Ready to lose again, Piccolo? You've won the last 12 matches, Goku. Today I'm taking you down. They launch at each other, fists meeting in midair with a shockwave that cracks the stone beneath them. In the original timeline, Goku's power level sits at 416, Piccolo at 408, close enough to make their battles legendary. But today, something shifts. As Piccolo's fist approaches Goku's face, time seems to slow. Not from any technique or power-up, but from something far more profound. A presence touches the edge of Goku's consciousness, a key signature he's never felt before, yet somehow knows as intimately as his own heartbeat. The fist never connects. Goku's hand shoots up, catching Piccolo's punch with such force that the Namean's eyes widen in shock. But Goku isn't looking at him. His eyes are distant, unfocused, staring at something beyond the physical world. Goku's voice is barely a whisper. I know that key. The memory hits him like a physical blow. He's 3 years old, standing in a training chamber that smells of blood and sweat. The gravity is crushing, 10 times what his small body should be able to handle. But he's not alone. A hand steadies him when he stumbles. A voice encourages him when he wants to quit. Come on, Kakarot, you're a Saiyan warrior. My little brother won't be weak. Raditz, older, stronger, always there, teaching him to fight, teaching him to survive, teaching him what it means to be Saiyan. Goku releases Piccolo's fist and staggers backward. More memories crash through the dam in his mind. The day their father, Bardock, looked at them both with eyes full of an emotion Saiyans weren't supposed to feel. Take care of each other, he'd said, no matter what happens. Goku, Piccolo's voice cuts through the flashback. What's wrong with you? But Goku can't answer. The memories are coming faster now, each one more vivid than the last. The day planet Vegeta shook with Frieza's arrival. The panic in the lower class districts. Raditz, now a teenager, grabbing his shoulder. Listen to me, Kakarot. Father says you have to go. There's a pod ready. No! I won't leave you! You have to! Father saw something. In his visions. You're important, little brother. More important than any of us. The memory shifts. He's in the pod now, screaming, pounding on the glass as Raditz stands outside. His brother's hand is pressed against the pod's surface, and for the first time in Kakarot's young life, he sees tears in those fierce Saiyan eyes. I'll find you, Raditz mouths the words as the pod's engines ignite. I promise I'll find you. But then the memory twists, corrupts. Through the pod's window, young Kakarot sees his brother turn away, sees him walk back toward the Saiyan elite barracks, sees him report to— No, Goku gasps, falling to his knees. No, that's not what happened. But the memories are merciless. Raditz, standing before Vegeta and Nappa, accepting his assignment. The prince's cruel laughter echoing through the chamber. Your brother's pod? Oh, we've already redirected it. Some backwater planet called Earth. He'll either conquer it or die trying. Either way, one less low-class warrior to worry about. And Raditz had said nothing, done nothing. He'd let them send his baby brother to die. Goku's power level spikes, 500, 600, 700. The arena floor cracks beneath him in spiderweb patterns. His hair flickers, not gold, but something else. Something silver and strange. Goku! Piccolo backs away, genuine concern replacing his usual stoicism. Your power? What's happening to you? Miles away, in the small house that's been home for 5 years, Chi-Chi pauses in her cooking. A chill runs down her spine. Gohan, studying at the kitchen table, looks up from his books. Mama, what's wrong? Your father, Chi-Chi whispers, her hand moving instinctively to her heart. Something's wrong with your father. Back at the arena, Goku's memories reach the day of the head injury, but now he sees it differently. The fall wasn't random. Grandpa Gohan's eyes in that moment weren't surprised. They were sad, resigned, as if he knew what had to be done. I'm sorry, child, the old man's voice echoes through time. But the boy you are must sleep, so the man you'll become can live. The programming, the mission, the Saiyan warrior Kakarot, all of it locked away behind trauma and kindness, buried beneath years of love and laughter and full bellies, hidden so deep that even Goku himself forgot it existed. Until now. My name, Goku's voice is different now. Deeper, carrying an accent that hasn't been heard on Earth before. My name is Kakarot. Piccolo's eyes narrow. In all their battles, through all their conflicts and eventual friendship, he's never heard Goku speak like this. Never felt power like this, radiating from his rival. Goku, listen to me. Goku is dead. The scream tears from his throat with such force that windows shatter in buildings miles away. His power level breaks past 1,000, past 1,200, climbing higher with each recovered memory. But then, cutting through the rage and confusion, another memory surfaces. Gentler, warmer. Grandpa Gohan's arms around him. Master Roshi's laugh. Krillin's friendship. Bulma's exasperation. Chi-Chi's love. Gohan's birth. The two sets of memories war within him. Kakarot the Saiyan warrior and Goku the Earth's hero. Two lives, two identities, trying to exist in one body. He struggles with the words, his power fluctuating wildly. I am both. I am neither. I am... In space, Raditz's pod adjusts its course slightly, following the massive power signature now blazing from Earth like a beacon. His scouter is going haywire, displaying numbers that make no sense. Impossible, Raditz mutters. That power level, it has to be a malfunction. But deep in his heart, hope stirs. Could it be? After all these years, could his brother have somehow survived? Somehow thrived? Back on Earth, Goku rises to his feet, his eyes open, and Piccolo takes an involuntary step back. They're different now. Still dark, still kind, but carrying a weight they didn't have before. The eyes of someone who remembers two lives and must somehow reconcile them. He's coming, Goku says simply. My brother is coming, and when he gets here... The power fades as quickly as it came, leaving Goku swaying on his feet. But the memories remain, all of them. The good and the bad, the love and the betrayal. When he gets here, Goku continues, his voice steady despite the tears running down his face. Everyone changes. The world seems to hold its breath as Goku stands in the shattered arena, tears still wet on his face. But these aren't the tears of Earth's cheerful hero. These are the tears of Kakarot, the Saiyan child who lost everything. Inside his mind, a war rages. You're weak, a voice speaks. His own voice, but different. Harder. The voice of the warrior he was meant to be, crying like some soft earthling. We are Saiyan. We don't cry. Shut up, Goku responds internally, pressing his palms against his temples. You're not real. You're just memories. I'm more real than you are, Goku, Kakarot's voice mocks. I'm who we really are, who we were born to be. These Earth attachments have made us pathetic. Piccolo watches warily as Goku argues with himself, speaking in two distinctly different tones. One moment, his stance is relaxed, familiar. The next, it shifts to something alien, feet wider, center lower, hands curved like claws ready to tear through flesh. Goku, Piccolo says carefully, you need to tell me what's happening. My brother, Goku gasps out between internal arguments. My brother is coming, Raditz. In 3 days, he'll be here, and he'll want me to... The memory surfaces unbidden, crystal clear as if it happened yesterday instead of 23 years ago. Raditz, kneeling before Frieza's subordinate, accepting a mission. Your brother's pod has landed on a low-level planet. When he's old enough, retrieve him, use him, make sure he's completed his mission, then bring him back for processing. Processing! Even as a child, Raditz had known what that meant. Experimentation, torture, breaking down whatever made a Saiyan individual and rebuilding them as a perfect soldier. It's what happened to the Saiyans who showed too much promise. Too much potential. But Raditz had taken the mission anyway, to protect his position, to survive.
He betrayed me.
The words come out in Kakarot's accent, harsh and guttural. He chose his life over mine. No, Goku's voice returns, softer but desperate. There has to be more. He was just a kid too. Maybe he had no choice. There's always a choice. Goku's fist slams into the ground with such force that the entire arena collapses. Piccolo leaps back, cape billowing as he avoids the falling debris. When the dust clears, Goku stands in a crater of his own making, his body trembling with barely contained power. But it's what happens next that truly terrifies Piccolo. Goku's hair begins to shift. Not the golden transformation that exists in no timeline yet, but something else. The spiky black hair grows longer, wilder, taking on a silver sheen. His eyes flash between black and red, pupils dilating and contracting as two souls war for control. What are you? Piccolo demands, charging his ki. You're not Goku. I am Goku! Both voices speak simultaneously, creating an eerie harmony. I am Kakarot. I am both. I am neither. I am Goku. The screen cuts through everything. Chi-Chi stands at the edge of the destroyed arena. Gohan clutched protectively against her side. Her eyes are wide with fear, but also determination. The same determination that once made her fight in the World Tournament. I don't know what's happening to you, she says, stepping forward despite Piccolo's warning gesture. But you're scaring our son. Gohan, the sight of his child breaks through the mental chaos like sunlight through storm clouds. Those innocent eyes wide with confusion and fear, looking at his father like he's become a stranger. In the original timeline, Gohan would meet his uncle as a terrified child, kidnapped and traumatized. But this Gohan sees something different. He sees his father's pain, his father's struggle. Daddy? Gohan's small voice carries across the destruction. Are you sick? The silver fades from Goku's hair. The red bleeds from his eyes. For a moment, he's just a man again, a husband, a father. Chi-Chi, he whispers, falling to his knees. I remember everything. My real name, my real family, my brother who's coming here. Chi-Chi approaches slowly like one might approach a wounded animal. Her hand reaches out, touching his face gently. Then tell me, help me understand. So he does. In halting words, switching between accents, sometimes losing himself to Kakarot's rage before Gohan's presence pulls him back. Goku tells them everything. Planet Vegeta, the Saiyans, Frieza, Raditz, the mission he was sent to complete. I was supposed to kill everyone, he says, his voice hollow. Every human on Earth. I was supposed to prepare it for sale to the highest bidder. But you didn't, Chi-Chi says firmly. You became a hero instead. You became my husband, Gohan's father. Did I? Kakarot's voice breaks through. Or did the head injury just delay the inevitable? What happens when Raditz arrives and awakens what I really am? As if responding to his words, his power spikes again. But this time it's different. This time Gohan reacts. The child breaks free from his mother's arms and runs to his father, wrapping small arms around Goku's neck. You're my daddy, he says simply. That's who you really are. The touch of his son grounds him, but the memories keep flowing. And with them comes terrible knowledge. The techniques Raditz knows, the weaknesses in Earth's defenses, the truth about Saiyan physiology that even Goku didn't understand. Piccolo, Goku says suddenly, looking up at his former enemy turned rival. In 2 days, Raditz will arrive at Kame House. He'll threaten Master Roshi to get information about me. In the original, in what should have happened, you and I would have fought him together. Original, Piccolo narrows his eyes. What are you talking about? But Goku isn't listening. The memories are showing him more than just the past. They're showing him possibilities. Timelines that might be. He sees himself dying, a hole through his chest, holding Raditz for Piccolo's special beam cannon. He sees Vegeta and Nappa arriving. He sees Namek, Frieza, Cell, Boo. No, he gasps. Those aren't memories, they're prophecy. Kakarot's voice whispers. The blood of Bardock runs strong. We can see what others cannot, and what I see is death. For everyone we love. Unless what? Unless we embrace what we are. Unless we stop pretending to be human and accept our Saiyan heritage. Unless we're strong enough to face not just Raditz, but what comes after. Goku stands slowly, Gohan still clinging to him. His power stabilizes at a level that makes Piccolo's eyes widen, 1500 and climbing. Not from rage now, but from acceptance. From the fusion of two identities finally beginning to merge. Chi-Chi, he says, and his voice carries both accents now, Earth and Saiyan blended. Take Gohan home. Pack everything. We're going to need to move. Goku, please. He kisses her forehead, then Gohan's. I need to prepare, and I need to decide. Decide what? He looks toward the sky, where somewhere beyond the blue, a space pod carries his brother toward Earth. His brother who betrayed him. His brother who left him to die. His brother who, despite everything, he still loves. Whether to kill him, Goku says simply, or save him. The choice hangs in the air like a blade. In the original timeline, there was no choice. Raditz was evil, pure, and simple. But now, with memories intact, Goku knows better. He knows about Frieza's control, about the shock collars that punish disobedience with death, about the way Saiyan children were torn from their families and molded into weapons. Raditz had been a victim too, but that didn't excuse what he'd done. As Chi-Chi leads Gohan away, looking back with worried eyes, Goku feels the change accelerating. His muscles remember training they never received. His mind processes battle strategies he never learned. His key pathways open in ways that should have taken years to develop. And then it happens. The transformation isn't complete, won't be complete for days yet, but for just a moment, Goku's hair flashes silver white, his eyes burn red with ancient Saiyan power, his aura explodes outward in a display that can be sensed across the planet. When it fades, Piccolo takes an involuntary step back. Because the man standing before him isn't the Goku he knows. Not entirely, but he isn't the savage Kakarot either. He's something new, something impossible. A Saiyan with a human heart, a human with Saiyan power, a bridge between two worlds that were never meant to meet. My brother is coming, Goku says, his voice carrying the weight of prophecy. And when he arrives, I'll be ready. We'll all need to be ready. For Raditz? No, Goku's eyes reflect knowledge that shouldn't exist. For what comes after? For the war that's coming, the war that begins the moment two brothers meet again. In space, Raditz's scouter explodes from the power reading. He stares at the sparking remains in shock, then grins. Whatever is happening on Earth, his brother is alive, and he's powerful. Soon, Kakarot, he whispers to the stars, soon we'll conquer this universe together, just like we always dreamed. But he doesn't know that his brother's dreams have changed, that the child he abandoned has become something beyond Saiyan or human understanding. He doesn't know that Kakarot is dead. Goku has been reborn. The mountain explodes. Not from any external attack, but from the war raging inside Son Goku. Or is it Kakarot? The distinction blurs as he stands in the ruins of his training ground, energy crackling around him like silver lightning. Get out. Goku roars at the presence in his mind. A shadow peels away from his body. Impossible. Unreal, but happening nonetheless. The shadow takes form. Goku, but wrong. Hair wild and unstyled. Stance aggressive, wearing Saiyan armor that shouldn't exist. I am you, Shadow Kakarot snarls. You can't fight yourself. Watch me. The two collide with force that reshapes the landscape. Each punch carries the weight of identity, each block a denial of self. When Goku throws a Kamehameha, Kakarot counters with a technique that has no name, pure Saiyan rage given form. Miles away, the Z-Fighters feel it. Krillin nearly crashes his car, Tien opens his third eye in alarm. Even Master Roshi, napping on his beach, jolts awake. Goku, the turtle hermit whispers, "What's happened to you?" Back at the battlefield of self, Goku grapples with his shadow. They're evenly matched, how could they not be? But something gives Goku the edge, not power, but purpose. You forgot something, Goku pants, dodging a brutal combination. You're not just Saiyan programming, you're also me, and I never give up. Weak Earth sentiment. No! Goku's fist connects, sending Kakarot flying. Strong Earth sentiment. The Earth that gave us friends, family, a reason to fight beyond conquest. Kakarot rises, snarling, but for a moment his red eyes flicker with something else. Memory, not of planet Vegeta, but of Earth. Grandpa Gohan's smile. The first time he tasted Chi-Chi's cooking, holding baby Gohan. Those aren't my memories, Kakarot protests, but his voice wavers. Yes, they are. Goku extends his hand. We're not two people. We never were. I'm not rejecting you. I'm accepting you. All of you. The good and the bad. The shadow hesitates, then slowly reaches out. The moment their hands touch, the world goes white. When Goku's vision clears, he's whole again, but different. The shadow is gone, but its presence remains, integrated. He can feel the Saiyan instincts, the battle lust, the pride, but tempered by Earth's compassion. 22 hours, he says to no one. Raditz will arrive in 22 hours. He instant transmissions. Wait, he doesn't know that technique. Not yet, but somehow his body moves, disappearing in a flicker of silver light. He reappears at Kame House just as Krillin and Yamcha arrive, their faces etched with concern. Goku, Krillin rushes forward. We felt your ki going crazy. What happened? Long story short, Goku's laugh is strained. I'm an alien. My real name is Kakarot. My brother's coming to recruit or kill me, and I just remembered my entire suppressed childhood. Oh, and Earth's probably doomed. The silence that follows is deafening. That's Yamcha starts. The worst joke you've ever told, Krillin finishes hopefully. Goku's expression doesn't change. Master Roshi emerges from the house, his usual jovial demeanor replaced by grim understanding. I always wondered, the old master says quietly, when you arrived at Gohan's doorstep, that pod wasn't from Earth. You knew? Goku spins on his teacher. Suspected. Gohan told me before he died, said you were special, said you'd need guidance when the time came. Roshi's ancient eyes narrow. I think that time is now. What follows is 20 minutes of frantic explanation. Goku demonstrates his new old abilities, combat stances that predate any Earth martial art, energy techniques that bypass ki entirely and tap into something more primal. With each display, his friends' faces grow paler. So this brother of yours, Tien, arrives midway through, having sensed the disturbance. He's come here tomorrow, maybe sooner if he pushes his pod. Goku's fists clench. He's strong, stronger than me, originally. But with these memories, he doesn't finish, doesn't need to. They can all sense it. Goku's power has nearly tripled from this morning, but it's unstable, fluctuating wildly between 800 and 1500. We need to evacuate the cities, Yamcha suggests. If you two fight. No, Goku's voice carries new authority. Panic would make things worse. Besides, I'm not planning to fight him, not at first. What? Multiple voices chorus. He's my brother. The words taste strange. My memories, they're complicated. He betrayed me, yes, but he was also a kid under Frieza's rule. Maybe there's still good in him. And if there isn't, Piccolo's voice cuts through as he arrives, carrying an unconscious Gohan. The boy pushed himself trying to fly here, his power spiked to 7 and 10. Goku takes his son gently, noting the Saiyan battle instincts awakening in response to his father's crisis, another consequence of his awakening. If there isn't, Goku says quietly, then I'll do what needs to be done. But I have to try. The memories show me possibilities, futures where Raditz fights alongside us, where he helps against threats we can't imagine. Or futures where he kills us all, Piccolo counters. Those too, Goku admits. The next hours blur together. Emergency training. Goku teaching his human friends Saiyan weak points. The tail, yes, but also pressure points unique to their physiology. How Saiyan armor has gaps. How their pride can be weaponized. But it's during a break that things go wrong. Yamcha, exhausted and frustrated, makes the mistake of grabbing Goku's shoulder from behind. Look, I know this is hard, but instinct takes over. Kakarot's instinct. Goku moves faster than thought. His elbow drives back, catching Yamcha in the stomach. As his friend doubles over, Goku's hand comes up, energy gathering for a killing blow. Stop! Krillin's voice breaks through. Goku freezes, horrified, the energy dissipating. Yamcha lies gasping on the ground, clutching ribs that are definitely cracked. Yamcha! I'm sorry. I didn't mean... Get away from me. Yamcha's voice is pained, but worse, afraid. That wasn't you. That was... Kakarot. Goku finishes, self-loathing evident. The warrior I was supposed to be. Master Roshi helps Yamcha to his feet. This is what we're dealing with, isn't it? Not just your brother, but you. The you that you're becoming. I can control it. Can you? Piccolo challenges. Your son's power is already responding to yours. Your friends fear you. What happens when Raditz arrives and pushes you further? Goku has no answer. The integration isn't complete. Won't be complete before Raditz arrives. He's walking a knife's edge between savior and destroyer. There's something else, he says finally. In the memories, a technique, something Raditz and I developed as children before everything went wrong. He holds up his hands, energy gathering in a pattern none of them recognize. It's not ki as they intend it, it's something older, more fundamental. We called it the Echo Fist. It uses shared blood. The energy explodes outward uncontrolled. Everyone dives for cover as the blast carves a trench across Kameiman. When the dust settles, Goku stands in the center of devastation, trembling. I can't do it alone, he realizes. The technique requires two Saiyans, brothers specifically. It's key to our genetic... He stops, eyes widening, in space getting closer by the second. Raditz's pod adjusts course one final time, but it's not heading for Kame House anymore. No, Goku breathes. He changed direction. He's heading for... Where? Krillin demands. Goku's face pales, an impressive feat for someone who just obliterated a landscape. West City. He's heading for Capsule Corporation. His voice cracks for Bulma. 3 days after the awakening. 20 hours until Raditz arrives. West City wakes to find crop circles burned into every park, every open space. But these aren't random patterns, they're Saiyan script, ancient and forbidding, spelling out a single word, Kakarot. Goku didn't mean to do it. He'd been dreamwalking, his consciousness spreading outward as he slept, leaving marks of power across the landscape, another sign of his incomplete integration. The government's mobilizing, Bulma reports over the videocom. Her workshop turned into an impromptu command center. They think it's an alien invasion. They're not wrong, Goku mutters, studying satellite footage of his own destruction. Behind him, Z-Fighters prepare for war. The past 3 days have transformed them. Under Goku's recovered knowledge, they've learned techniques that shouldn't exist on Earth. Krillin's Destructo Disc now curves mid-flight. Tien's Tri-Beam channels through his entire body. Even Yamcha, ribs wrapped but refusing to quit, has developed something new. Wolf Fang Fist variants that target Saiyan nerve clusters. But it's not enough. They all know it. His power level, Goku continues, pointing to calculations on Bulma's screen. Raditz is sit at 1,500 baseline, more if he's been training. And you? Piccolo asks. Goku doesn't answer immediately. His own power has stabilized somewhat, holding steady at 1,1200. But stability is relative. Every strong emotion sends it spiking wildly. I need to show you all something, he says finally. But first, we evacuate West City's downtown, quietly. What follows is a masterclass in subtle heroics. Using Bulma's influence, they orchestrate a gas leak that clears a 6-block radius around Capsule Corp. Not everyone leaves, some stubborn citizens always remain, but it's better than nothing. As the last evacuation bus pulls away, Goku stands atop Capsule Corp's highest tower. The others watch from below as he closes his eyes, reaching deep into memories that feel both ancient and immediate. What's he doing? Gohan asks. Chi-Chi had tried to keep him away, but the boy's Saiyan blood wouldn't be denied. His power has been climbing steadily, responding to his father's transformation. Watch, Piccolo says simply. Goku's aura ignites. Not the usual white-blue of ki, but something deeper, silver shot through with red, like mercury mixed with blood. His hair rises, not yet changing color, but writhing as if alive. Then he moves. The after-image technique they all know. But this is different. Instead of brief flickers, solid copies of Goku appear. 1, 5, 20. Each moving independently, each radiating power. Saiyan Echo Step. One copy explains while the others continue moving. Every Saiyan warrior learns it. We're not creating illusions, we're literally splitting our presence across multiple probability states. That's impossible, Bulma breathes, scanner going haywire. The energy requirements alone would kill a human, Goku agrees. All the copies speak in unison, creating an eerie chorus. But Saiyans aren't human, or something else. Something... He hesitates. In his memories, Raditz's voice echoes, "We're weapons, little brother." Living weapons pointed at the universe. The copies vanish, leaving only the original. Goku lands beside them, sweat beading his forehead despite the minimal exertion. There's more, he continues, techniques, knowledge, battle strategies that span galactic warfare. But every time I tap into it, I lose a piece of... An explosion rocks the city. 3 blocks away, a government tank fires on what its crew believes is an alien infiltrator. The shell impacts a figure moving too fast to track, creating a fireball that shatters windows for miles. When the smoke clears, Goku stands unharmed, one hand extended. The shell hovers inches from his palm, rotating slowly. "No," he says, and his voice carries across the city. Not through volume, but through pressure, through the weight of barely restrained power. "Leave, now!" The tank crew doesn't need to be told twice. But the damage is done. Across the city, panic spreads. The mysterious circles, the explosion, the figure who caught tank fire with his bare hand within hours, West City is in chaos. "This is what I was afraid of," Goku says, watching news reports of rioting. Raditz hasn't even arrived, and already... He stops, turns. His eyes focus on something none of them can see. "Goku?" Krillin asks nervously. "He's accelerating," Goku whispers. "Raditz felt my power display. He's pushing his pod harder. New ETA, 6 hours. 6 hours." The words hang heavy. "We need the Dragon Balls," Yamcha suggests. "Wish for..." "No." Goku's refusal is immediate. The dragon can't grant wishes beyond Kami's power. And Kami can't change what I am, what I'm becoming. "Then what do we do?" Chi-Chi demands, clutching Gohan protectively. Goku looks at his son, really looks, sees the Saiyan heritage awakening in those innocent eyes, the power that will either damn or save him. Retrain, he decides, all of us, including Gohan. He's just a child. He's a Saiyan child. The words hurt to say, and when Raditz arrives, he'll sense Gohan's potential immediately. We can either prepare him or leave him defenseless. What follows is the most intense training session Earth has ever seen. Goku holds nothing back, teaching not just techniques but mindset. How Saiyans think, how they fight, how they die. "Pride," he explains, deflecting Piccolo's special beam cannon with disturbing ease. "It's our greatest strength and ultimate weakness. Raditz will expect me to fight him one-on-one. Honor demands it. So we use that against him," Piccolo reasons. "Maybe, or maybe..." Goku pauses, remembering. "Maybe I use it to reach him. There was good in him once. Before Frieza, before the conditioning." "You're gambling all our lives on maybe," Tien points out. "Yes," Goku admits. "I am." The training intensifies. Gohan surprises everyone by manifesting energy blasts within minutes. Raw, uncontrolled, but powerful. His human Saiyan hybrid biology process is key in ways that fascinate and terrify. "He's stronger than both of us at his age," Goku tells Chi-Chi privately. "His potential, if trained properly, he could surpass any pure-blood Saiyan." "I don't want him to be a warrior," Chi-Chi says, but her protest lacks conviction. She's seen the universe shifting around them, felt the cosmic forces beginning to take notice of Earth. "Neither do I," Goku admits, "but want and need are different things, and what's coming..."
He doesn't finish.
"Can't. The memories show too many possibilities, too many futures. Some bright, where Earth becomes a beacon of hope. Others dark, where it burns like planet Vegeta. All depending on what happens in the next 6 hours." As if sensing his thoughts, the sky darkens. Not from weather, but from something else. A presence approaching at speeds that defy physics. "He's early," Piccolo growls. "No," Goku corrects, power spiking to 1,400 as adrenaline floods his system. He's exactly on time. Raditz always did like making an entrance. In his mind, memories of 2 boys sparring under an alien sun mix with the present. The brother who protected him. The brother who abandoned him. The brother who's about to reshape Earth's destiny. "Everyone get ready," Goku commands, and for a moment he sounds exactly like the Saiyan prince he might have been. And remember, no matter what happens, Raditz's mind to face first, brother to brother. "And if he kills you?" Yamcha asks bluntly. Goku's smile is sad and dangerous all at once. "Then you'll face a Saiyan warrior consumed by victory, and Earth better pray you've learned enough." High above, a space pod glows with re-entry heat. Inside, Raditz checks his scouter one final time and grins. "Ready or not, little brother," he murmurs, "here I come." The space pod impacts with the force of a meteor, carving a smoking crater into the outskirts of West City. As the hatch hisses open, Goku stands at the crater's edge, his friends arranged behind him in battle formation. But he raises his hand, stopping them. This first moment, this first meeting has to be between brothers. Raditz emerges, and Goku's breath catches. The memories are one thing, but seeing him in person, his brother has grown tall, powerful, his hair cascading to his knees. The Saiyan armor gleams despite years of wear, and his eyes dark like Goku's but holding none of Earth's warmth. "Kakarot." Raditz's scouter beeps frantically before shorting out. His eyes widen. "Your power level. How?" "Hello, brother." Goku speaks in perfect Saiyan, the accent flawless. "It's been a long time." Raditz freezes. No Earth-raised amnesiac should know their native tongue. His hand moves instinctively to his hip, where an energy blade materializes. "You remember. It's not a question." "Everything." Goku takes a step forward. His friends tense, but he waves them back. Including the day you let them send me here to die. The accusation hangs between them like a blade. Raditz's face cycles through emotions. Shock, guilt, anger, finally settling on defensive pride. I saved your life, he snarls. Frieza wanted all low-class Saiyan infants terminated. I convinced them you could be useful. As a weapon, Goku's power flickers, Kakarot's rage bleeding through. As expendable fodder for their empire. Better than dead. Is it? The simple question breaks something in Raditz's composure. For a moment, just a moment, Goku sees the brother from his memories. The one who snuck him extra food. Who took beatings meant for him. Who cried when the pod launched. Then the moment passes. Raditz's face hardens. It doesn't matter. You're alive. You're powerful. And you're coming with me. His energy blade extends to full length. Prince Vegeta has plans for Earth. You can either join us as family or you'll kill me. Goku interrupts. Like you killed our parents? The blade wavers. How could you know? Father had visions, didn't he? Goku presses forward, noting how Raditz retreats a step. He saw what was coming, tried to warn everyone, and when Frieza gave the order to return to planet Vegeta, you reported him as a traitor. I had no choice. The scream echoes across the wasteland. Raditz's power explodes outward, his aura crackling with guilt and rage. They had my squad hostage, my team. Frieza's men said if I didn't confirm Father's delusions, they'd kill them all. Raditz's control shatters completely. So yes, I reported him, and yes, they died anyway. Are you happy? Is that what you wanted to hear? The silence that follows is deafening. Even the wind seems to hold its breath. I wanted to hear, Goku says quietly, that my brother isn't the monster I thought he'd become. Something shifts in the air between them. Not forgiveness, not yet, but understanding. The recognition of two survivors shaped by impossible choices. This is touching, Piccolo interjects. But weren't we preparing for an invasion? Raditz's attention snaps to the others, and his warrior instincts kick in. A Namekian, here, his eyes narrow. And these power levels, you've been training them, Kakarot. They're my friends, Goku states simply. My family. Your family is Saiyan. My family is whoever I choose. The declaration rings with finality. That includes my Earth family, my wife, my son. Son? Raditz's scouter attempts to recalibrate and fails again. You bred with these weaklings? The insult triggers something primal. Goku's power spikes to 1,500, matching Raditz exactly. But more interesting is what happens behind him. Gohan steps forward, his tiny frame radiating shocking power.
Don't call my mama weak!
The child's ki explodes outward, untrained but devastating. 710 becomes 1,000 becomes something the scouters can't track. Raditz staggers back. Impossible. A half-breed shouldn't have such power. Lots of impossible things on Earth, Krillin chimes in. Destructo disc spinning lazily idly his palm. We're full of surprises. What follows is tense negotiation punctuated by displays of power. Raditz threatens. The Z-Fighters demonstrate techniques that shouldn't exist on a backwater planet. Goku mediates, switching between Earth's diplomacy and Saiyan directness. Finally, Raditz makes a decision that shocks everyone, including himself. Show me! What? Goku blinks. Show me this Earth family. This life you've built. Raditz powers down. Though his stance stains wary. I'll give you one day. Convince me there's something here worth protecting from Prince Vegeta. And if I can't, then you come with me willingly, or I take your son instead. Raditz's smile was cold. The prince would find a half-breed's potential interesting. The threat against Gohan nearly breaks Goku's control. Kakarot screams for blood, for violence, for the satisfaction of beating his traitorous brother into submission. But Goku holds firm. One day, he agrees. What follows is the strangest day in Earth's history. Raditz, genocidal warrior of a dead empire, sitting at a dinner table while Chi-Chi serves him home-cooked meals. The Saiyan warrior trying to maintain his composure while Gohan excitedly shows him toys and drawings. This is what you abandoned your heritage for? Raditz asks, but his voice lacks its earlier venom. He holds one of Gohan's drawings, a crayon family portrait with a new figure hastily added, wild hair reaching the ground. This is what I found when I thought I had nothing, Goku corrects. When the programming failed and the memories were gone, they gave me something Planet Vegeta never did. Which is a choice. They spar as the sun sets, and it's like dancing with shadows of the past. Every move Raditz makes, Goku remembers learning. Every counter Goku performs, Raditz taught him. They're perfectly matched, not in power but in style, in the synchronization only siblings possess. You've gotten soft, Raditz pants, after a particularly intense exchange. You've gotten predictable, Goku counters then grins. Remember the twin dragon fist?
Raditz freezes. That's impossible. It requires
complete trust between brothers. Goku extends his hand. Want to try? The moment stretches. Piccolo watches from the sidelines. Special beam cannon charged and ready. Krillin and the others maintain defensive positions. Everyone knows this could go wrong in a heartbeat. But Raditz, against every instinct trained into him, takes his brother's hand. The energy that erupts defies description. Not Ki as Earth knows it, not the brutal power of Saiyan warfare, but something ancient, something that predates both races. Twin dragons of pure force spiral around each other. One silver like Goku's emerging power, one blood red like Raditz's guilt. For a moment, they're children again, training under planet Vegeta's dying sun, before Frieza, before the missions, before the choices that tore them apart. The technique completes, sending a pillar of light into the stratosphere. When it fades, both brothers are on their knees, gasping. How? Raditz whispers. The synchronization should have taken years to rebuild. We never lost it, Goku realizes. We just forgot we had it. That night, as Raditz stands on Capsule Corp's roof, staring at Earth's moon, carefully avoiding its full phase, Vegeta's transmission crackles through his scouter. Status report, Raditz. Have you retrieved Kakara? Raditz looks down at the city below, at the lights that represent millions of lives. At his brother teaching his nephew to control his energy, at warriors who shouldn't exist preparing to defend a world that shouldn't matter. Negative, he responds finally. Kakarot is dead. The planet's inhabitants killed him years ago. Unfortunate. And the planet's defenses? Another pause. Longer. In it, Raditz makes a choice that would have been impossible days ago. Minimal. But the planet is worthless. Low resources, hostile environment. Not worth Prince Vegeta's time. Understood. Rendezvous with us at Planet Arlia. About that, Raditz crushes the scouter in his hand. I'm going Dar for a while. Personal business. He doesn't wait for a response. Can't. Vegeta will be suspicious, but it buys time. Not much. Maybe months before the prince investigates personally, but perhaps enough. You just signed your death warrant, Piccolo observes, materializing beside him. Probably. Raditz doesn't deny it, but at least I'll die as something more than Frieza's dog. Touching. But can you fight like Earth's defender instead of Vegeta's lackey? Raditz turns to find the Z-Fighters assembled, not in battle stances, but in welcome. Even Yamcha, ribs still tender, extends a grudging hand. You're asking me to betray everything I've ever known, Raditz says. No, Goku interjects, joining them. I'm asking you to remember who you were, for they made you forget. The brother who protected me, who believed in something better. That brother died with Planet Vegeta. Did he? Gohan tugs on Raditz's armor, because I think he's right here. The child's innocence breaks through defenses that wars couldn't breach. Raditz kneels, meeting his nephew's eyes. You have your father's optimism, he says roughly. And his power, Gohan adds proudly. Want to see? What happens next reshapes everything. Gohan, 4 years old and untrained, manifests power that makes hardened warriors step back. But it's not violent or destructive. It's pure potential, shaped by a child's desire to impress his uncle. Extraordinary, Raditz breathes. A hybrid shouldn't. The power multiplication is transcendence. Earth changes people, Master Roshi observes, having watched the entire exchange. Even Saiyans, apparently. So, Goku extends his hand again. Ready to help us protect it? Raditz looks at the hand, at his brother, at the nephew who inherited the best of both worlds, at warriors willing to accept a former enemy. Vegeta will come, he warns. When I don't report in, when he realizes I lied, he'll bring Nappa, maybe others, and they're stronger than me. Then we'd better get stronger too, Krillin says simply. You don't understand. Vegeta is our problem when he gets here, Piccolo interrupts. Right now you need to decide. Are you Raditz the Saiyan warrior or Raditz the Earth defender? The choice that's been building for hours crystallizes. Raditz takes his brother's hand, and this time the grip holds firm. I'm Raditz, he says simply. Brother of Kakarot, uncle to Gohan. And apparently, he looks at the assembled warriors, these impossibly powerful Earthlings who've accepted him despite everything. Apparently I'm home. 6 months pass in a blur of preparation. The Earth has become a fortress without walls, its defenders training with desperate intensity. In the mountains, Goku and Raditz push each other to new heights, their synchronized movements creating shockwaves that reshape valleys. At Kame House, Master Roshi teaches the others advanced techniques pulled from centuries of knowledge. And in the depths of Capsule Corp, Bulma works on something revolutionary, armor that could withstand Saiyan-level combat. But it's Gohan who surprises them all. Again, Uncle! The child's voice rings across the training ground as he launches himself at Raditz's power level spiking past 2,000. Raditz catches the punch, his own strength having grown to nearly 3,000 under Earth's bizarre influence. Your form is sloppy, nephew. A Saiyan warrior must adapt. Gohan twists, using a technique Piccolo taught him to slip the grip and land a solid hit on Raditz's jaw. The elder Saiyan grins, rubbing the bruise. Better. Your father couldn't have done that at twice your age. That's because I didn't have you teaching me, Goku observes, walking up with Piccolo. Those are battered from their own training, pushing past limits daily. The casual brotherhood still surprises everyone. Raditz, who arrived as a would-be conqueror, has integrated into Earth's defenses with shocking ease. He still struggles with Earth customs. He tried to eat a car once, thinking it was some kind of beetle, but his loyalty is absolute. Vegeta's overdue, Raditz notes, scanning the sky reflexively. 6 months without contact, he's either suspicious or he's already on his way, Piccolo finishes grimly. The possibility hangs heavy. They've grown stronger, yes. Goku's base power has stabilized at 5,000 with spikes reaching higher during emotional moments. Raditz has nearly doubled his initial strength. The humans have developed techniques that multiply their power in bursts. But Vegeta... Tell us again, Yamcha requests, joining them with Krillin and Tien. Everything about the prince. Raditz sighs, a habit he's picked up from his Earth family. Vegeta is pride incarnate. He believes Saiyan elite are superior to all other life. He was stronger than me at age 5. Now, his power level was approaching 18,000 last I heard. And Nappa, 4,000 to 6,000 depending on his mood. But don't metadate him, he's survived countless battles through sheer brutality. The numbers are sobering. Even with their growth, the math doesn't favor them. There's something else, Raditz continues reluctantly. A legend Vegeta's obsessed with, the Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan? Gohan's eyes light up. That sounds cool. It's a transformation, Raditz explains, supposedly achieved only once every 1,000 years. The warrior's hair turns gold, their power multiplies 50-fold, and they become unstoppable. Fairy tales, Piccolo scoffs. Maybe, Raditz glances at Goku, but lately, when you power up, brother, there's something, a flicker of gold in your aura. Goku nods slowly, he's felt it too. During intense training, when pushing past his limits, something tries to break free. Something massive, something that terrifies and exhilarates him equally. We have time, he decides. We use it. Everyone pushes harder, and we perfect the team techniques. What follows is a training montage worthy of legend. The Z fighters develop combination attacks that multiply their effectiveness. The Wolf Crane Disc Formation, the Namekian Saiyan Synchro Beam. Even Master Roshi contributes, teaching them the Mafuba, the Evil Containment Wave, as a last resort. But the real breakthrough comes from an unexpected source. Chi-Chi, tired of being sidelined, demands training. When Goku protests, she points out a harsh truth. If you all fall, who protects Gohan? Who keeps fighting? She proves surprisingly adept. Her Ox King heritage provides natural strength, and her determination rivals any Saiyans. Within weeks, she's keeping pace with the human fighters. Your wife is terrifying, Raditz tells Goku after a particularly intense session where Chi-Chi nearly broke his arm. Yeah, Goku grins proudly, she is. But the peace can't last. It happens during a night training session. Goku and Raditz are practicing the Twin Dragon Fist when both freeze simultaneously. Their Saiyan instincts scream in unison. They're here, Raditz whispers. High above, 2 pods streak through the atmosphere. But something's wrong. The trajectory is off. Instead of heading for a populated area, they're aimed at the wastelands, Piccolo realizes. They're not here to conquer, they're here to punish. The pods impact with devastating force, creating craters visible from space. As the Z-fighters race toward the landing site, Raditz fills them in on what to expect. Vegeta will want to make an example. He'll draw this out, make it painful. His fists clench. I've seen him destroy planets for entertainment. Not Earth, Goku says firmly. Not our home. They arrive to find the Saiyans already emerged. Nappa, massive and imposing, cracks his knuckles eagerly. But it's Vegeta who commands attention. Shorter than expected, but radiating menace. His every movement speaks of controlled lethality. Whoa, Vegeta's voice carries aristocratic disdain. The traitor Raditz. I should have known you'd gone native when you stopped reporting. Prince Vegeta, Raditz manages a mocking bow, still compensating for your height with genocide. Nappa starts forward, but Vegeta raises a hand. Now, let's see what Earth has done to our wayward brothers. His scouter activates. Raditz at 2,800. Pathetic. And Kakarot. The scouter explodes. Vegeta's eyes narrow. Interesting. Show me your power, Kakarot. My name, Goku steps forward, is Son Goku. Your name, Vegeta's key flares, is whatever I decide it is. The standoff breaks when Gohan appears, having slipped away from Capsule Corp despite orders. His arrival changes everything. A half-breed, Nappa laughs. This gets better and better. Uncle Raditz, Gohan looks between the Saiyans, sensing the danger but not understanding. Are these the bad men you told me about? Yes, nephew. Raditz moves protectively closer. Stay back. But Vegeta's attention is fixed on Gohan. His scouter reads the child's fluctuating power with interest. Fascinating. A Saiyan hybrid with actual potential. He smirks. Tell me, boy, would you like to join real warriors? Leave these weaklings behind? No thank you, Gohan says politely. My daddy and uncle are the strongest warriors ever, and my mama said I shouldn't talk to strangers who blow up planets. The innocence of the response contrasts sharply with its content. Even Nappa looks momentarily confused. Your mama sounds wise, Vegeta notes dryly. Pity wisdom won't save her. That's the trigger. Goku's power erupts, the ground cratering beneath him. But more importantly, Raditz matches him. The brothers stand side by side, their combined aura creating pressure that makes Nappa step back. You want Earth? Goku's voice has dropped into Kakarot's register. Come take it. Together, brother, Raditz adds. Energy gathering for their ultimate technique. Together, Goku confirms. As the twin dragon fist begins to form, Vegeta's smirk widens. Finally, a real fight. The battle is about to begin. Earth defenders against Saiyan elite. Brothers united against the empire that created them. But in the energy building between Goku and Raditz, something else stirs. A golden light that shouldn't extend. A legend about to be born from desperation and love rather than rage and loss. The gathering storm breaks. And the second cliffhanger hits as Vegeta raises a single finger, creating a ball of light that floats into the sky. Did you forget, Raditz? The full moon isn't Earth's only trigger for the Oozaru transformation. The artificial moon blazes to life, and Nappa begins to change. But more terrifying is what happens to Gohan, his hybrid biology reacting unpredictably to the stimulus. No, Goku and Raditz scream in unison as their nephew transforms, his power multiplying beyond control. The storm hasn't just gathered, it's become a hurricane, and at its center, a child's scream echoes across the wasteland as the battle for Earth truly begins. The artificial moon hangs in the sky like a malevolent eye, its blood waves triggering transformations across the battlefield. Nappa's body expands grotesquely, fur sprouting as he becomes a 60-foot Oozaru. His roar shakes the earth, primal and devastating, but it's Gohan's transformation that stops everyone cold. The child's hybrid biology reacts violently to the artificial stimulus. Instead of a controlled change, his body shifts erratically, growing, shrinking, stabilizing at 30 feet with power readings that make Vegeta's eyes widen. Daddy! The voice is Gohan's, but distorted, terrified. His Oozaru form thrashes wildly, each movement creating shockwaves that flatten mountains. Cut off his tail, Raditz shouts, but Goku is already moving. No! Goku's response surprises everyone. Gohan needs to learn control, not fear. He lands in front of his transformed son, arms spread wide. Gohan, listen to my voice, you're stronger than the transformation. Vegeta laughs, cold and mocking, touching. Nappa, kill them both. The controlled Oozaru lumbers forward, each step an earthquake. Piccolo and the others scatter, launching attacks that barely scratch the giant ape's hide. Destructo Disc, Krillin's technique screams through the air, aimed at Nappa's tail, but Vegeta appears in its path, batting it aside with contemptuous ease. None of that, the prince chides. Let's see how Earth's defenders handle real Saiyan power. What follows is chaos orchestrated. Nappa's Oozaru form demonstrates why Saiyans were feared across the galaxy, mouth beams that carve trenches, fists that create craters, speed that belies the massive size. The Z fighters coordinate desperately, but they're outmatched. Until Raditz does something unexpected. Forgive me, nephew, he mutters, then looks up at the artificial moon. His tail, which he's kept wrapped around his waist, unfurls, but someone needs to even the odds. Raditz, no! Goku shouts, understanding immediately. You haven't transformed in years. You might not maintain... Too late! Raditz's body expands, but unlike Nappa's brutal change, his is controlled, focused. When the transformation completes, a lean, agile Oozaru stands between Nappa and the others. Brother, Raditz's voice rumbles from the giant form. Handle Vegeta. I've got the brute. The two Oozaru collide with force that reshapes the landscape. Despite Nappa's greater experience, Raditz fights with something the elite warrior lacks, purpose beyond destruction. Each blow is calculated to draw Nappa away from the others, especially from Gohan's struggling form. Meanwhile, Goku faces Vegeta, and the prince's assessment is clinical. Power level over 8,000 without transforming. Impressive for low-class trash. Vegeta doesn't even take a fighting stance. But I am elite. Goku moves. Not with the wild haymakers of a brawler, but with precision that speaks of merged memories. Kakarot's Saiyan techniques combined with Goku's earth training create something unprecedented. His fist connects with Vegeta's jaw, sending the prince flying. For a moment, silence. Then Vegeta rises, wiping blood from his lip. His expression has changed from amused to interested. First blood to you, Kakarot. Let's see if you can. Solar flare, Tien's voice cuts through as blinding light explodes across the battlefield. Even Vegeta, caught off guard, shields his eyes. In that instant, the Z-Fighters' attack is won. Yamcha's Wolf Fang Fist targets pressure points, Raditz identified. Krillin's enhanced Destructo Disc curves impossibly. Piccolo's special beam cannon charges to levels that strain his body. Even Chi-Chi, having arrived against orders, launches her own key attacks. For any other opponent, it would be devastating. For Vegeta, it's an annoyance. His aura explodes outward, scattering the attacks and attackers like leaves. Insects, you dare! But the distraction served its purpose. Goku's hands are cupped at his side, energy gathering in a technique Vegeta doesn't recognize. Me! What are you? Vegeta's scouter begins reading the building power and immediately shorts out. Ha! The Kamehameha that erupts isn't the one from canon. This beam carries Saiyan Fury mixed with Earth's hope, Kakaro's rage tempered by Goku's compassion. It hits Vegeta directly, carrying him backward through multiple rock formations. In the Oozaru battle, Raditz has gained the upper hand through superior tactics. Nappa fights like a beast. Raditz fights like a warrior who remembers being small. He targets joints, uses the environment, and most importantly, maintains enough control to speak. This is what you've become, Nappa? Vegeta's pet monster? Shut up, traitor! Nappa's mouth beam charges. Die with your worthless planet. But before he can fire, another voice joins the battle. That's my planet. Gohan's Oozaru form, silent until now, moves with shocking speed. The hybrid transformation has stabilized into something unique, smaller than a pure Oozaru but radiating power that dwarfs both adults. His fist connects with Nappa's jaw with such force that teeth scatter like meteors. Impossible! Nappa staggers. A child should... My nephew, Raditz rumbles proudly, is no ordinary child. Together, uncle and nephew coordinate in a way that speaks of their training. Despite the monster's forms, their movements mirror the techniques they've practiced. When Nappa tries to retreat, he finds Gohan behind him. When he attacks, Raditz is there to counter. But the real shock comes from Vegeta's crater. The prince emerges, armor cracked, pride wounded. His power level begins climbing steadily. 20,000, 25,000, 30,000. Enough games, he snarls. I'll show you the difference between elite and trash. He moves faster than sight, appearing before Goku with fist drawn back. But something impossible happens. Goku blocks it. Not easily, not without strain, but he blocks it.
How?
Vegeta's shock is genuine. Your power level is... Numbers aren't everything, Goku replies, and his aura flickers with that strange golden tinge. Earth taught me that. They exchange blows that create sonic booms, each impact reshaping the battlefield. Vegeta's technique is flawless, honed by countless battles, but Goku fights with something else, adaptability. Every exchange teaches him more about his opponent. Every clash reveals new weaknesses. Raditz. Goku calls out during a brief separation. Twin Dragon. Izzy. Raditz responds, wrestling with Nappa while Gohan peppers the elite with energy blasts. But Piccolo understands. I'll substitute. The Namekian lands beside Goku, energy gathering. I've watched you two practice. Show me it works with non-Saiyan energy. It shouldn't work. The Twin Dragon Fist is key to Saiyan biology, to shared blood and synchronized ki, but Goku's Earth upbringing has taught him that impossible is just another challenge. Match my rhythm, Goku instructs. Energy building. Feel the flow, don't force it. Vegeta watches with growing incredulity as Asan and Namekian synchronize their energy. The twin dragons that form are different, one silver gold, one purple green, but they spiral together with devastating harmony. Twin Dragon Fist, Earth variant! The attack launches and Vegeta's pride won't let him dodge. He meets it head-on with his Gallic gun, purple energy clashing with the dual spiral. The collision creates a light show visible from orbit. In the Oozaru battle, Nappa makes a fatal error. Frustrated by the coordination between Raditz and Gohan, he targets the remaining Z-fighters. If I can't beat you, I'll kill your precious humans! His massive hand descends toward Krillin and Yamcha, too fast for them to dodge. But Chi-Chi appears between them, the power pole inherited from Goku extending to its full length. Get away from them! The Ox Princess's strength, multiplied by desperation and training, drives the pole directly into Nappa's eye. The Oozaru's scream of pain provides the opening Raditz needs. His hands close around Nappa's tail, and with strength born of protecting his new family, he tears. The tail separates with a wet sound. Nappa's form immediately begins shrinking, his screams becoming more human as he returns to base form, tailless, defeated, pathetic. How dare you! Vegeta's attention splits for just a moment, but it's enough. Goku's fist, charged with energy that burns silver gold, connects with Vegeta's stomach. The prince doubles over, gasping, his power level fluctuating wildly. It's over, Vegeta, Goku states, standing tall despite his exhaustion. Leave Earth, take Nappa and go. Over? Vegeta laughs, but it's strained. You think this is my full power? His aura explodes again, reaching levels that make the ground crack just from pressure. But more concerning is what happens to Gohan. The child's Oozaru form suddenly convulses, power spiking beyond any reading. No! Raditz, still in Oozaru form, reaches for his nephew. Something's wrong. His hybrid biology can't handle. Gohan's scream shifts pitch, becoming something otherworldly. His fur begins to shimmer, not with the brawn of Oozaru, but with something else, something golden. Impossible, Vegeta breathes, his attack forgotten. The legend, in a half-breed child. Goku feels it too, his son's transformation triggering something in his own body. The golden tinge in his aura becomes more pronounced, responding to Gohan's distress. Everyone get back! Piccolo shouts, sensing the building energy. Whatever's happening, it bans anything we... The explosion of power from Gohan's form whites out the battlefield. When vision returns, the child stands in human form again, but changed. His hair flickers between black and gold, his eyes between innocent dark and pupilless teal. Power radiates from his small form in waves that make everyone, including Vegeta, step back. Daddy? Gohan's voice is small, scared. What's happening to me? But before Goku can respond, Vegeta makes a decision that shocks everyone. He powers down, his aura fading. Interesting, the prince states. Very interesting. He looks at Nappa's broken form with disgust, then back at the Z-Fighters. You've won this round, Kakarot, but this isn't over. Vegeta. Nappa reaches out weakly. Silence, failure. Vegeta doesn't even look at him. You lost to a woman with a stick. He activates a remote, calling his pod. I'll return, Kakarot. And when I do, I'll have achieved the legend myself. Then we'll see whose transformation is superior. As his pod arrives, Vegeta pauses. The boy, guard him well. That power will draw attention from forces that make me look tame. With that ominous warning, he departs, leaving Nappa broken and abandoned on the battlefield. The Z-Fighters stand in the aftermath, battered but victorious. But the victory feels hollow as they watch Gohan struggle with power his body can barely contain. What have we awakened? Raditz, returned to human form, voices what everyone thinks. Whatever it is, Goku says, holding his trembling son, we'll face it together, as a family. But in his heart, he knows Vegeta was right. They've won a battle, but the war for Earth has just begun. And the power awakening in his son and himself might be as dangerous as any external threat. The ultimate confrontation is over, but its consequences will echo across the universe. 3 days after Vegeta's retreat, the Earth faces a crisis no one anticipated. Gohan hasn't stopped transforming. The child shifts between forms uncontrollably, human to Oozaru to something between, his hair flashing gold before returning to black. Each transformation tears screams from his throat and craters from the landscape. The isolated wasteland they've quarantined him to looks like a war zone. Hold him still, Raditz shouts, wrestling with his nephew's shifting form. One moment he's grappling a child, the next a partial Oozaru, then something else, something with golden fur and teal eyes that radiates power beyond measurement. Goku and Piccolo coordinate, using everything they've learned to contain Gohan without hurting him. But it's like trying to hold back a hurricane with their bare hands. His body can't process the hybrid transformation, Bulma reports from a safe distance, scanners working overtime. The Saiyan genes are trying to achieve something his human side can't support. Then we stop it. Chi-Chi's voice cracks with desperation. Turn him back to normal. We can't, Raditz gasps as Gohan's form shifts again. The transformation has complete, or he doesn't finish. They all know what an incomplete transformation means. Cellular breakdown. Death. There has to be something, Goku pleads, holding his son as the child briefly returns to human form. Gohan's eyes are wide with pain and fear. Daddy, it hurts! Make it stop! I know, son. I know. We're gonna... Gohan convulses. His power spikes beyond anything they felt, beyond Vegeta, beyond imagination. The transformation begins again, but this time it's different, controlled, focused, and infinitely more terrifying. Nappa, who's been broken and bitter since his defeat, watches from his energy restraints. You fools, he laughs bitterly. You've awakened something that shouldn't exist. The hybrid vigor combined with the legend, Prince Vegeta was right to retreat. Shut up! Raditz snarls, but he's distracted as Gohan achieves a stable form, mostly human but with golden-tinted hair and an aura that warps reality around him. I feel strange, Gohan says, his voice eerily calm, like I can see everything. Every possibility. His eyes widen. They're coming. Who? Goku demands. Everyone. Gohan turns to his father with eyes that hold terrible knowledge. Vegeta's retreat was tracked. Frieza knows about Earth. About me. About what we might become. Tears stream down his young face. I can see it, Daddy. They're all coming. The Ginyu Force. Cooler's armored squadron, King Cold himself. They're coming to destroy us before we become a threat. The revelation hits like a physical blow. They prepared for Vegeta, but an entire galactic empire? How long? Piccolo asks grimly. Weeks for the first wave, months for Frieza himself. Gohan's transformation flickers. But there's something else. Something in me. Something that can H. The power explodes outward again. This time, it triggers something in Goku. The resonance between father and son creates a feedback loop, and suddenly Goku is changing too. His hair flickers gold, his power skyrockets, but like Gohan, he can't maintain it. No, Raditz tries to intervene but is blown back. If they both destabilize, then we all die, Master Roshi finishes grimly. The turtle hermit steps forward, ancient wisdom guiding him, unless we give them something to fight for, something to focus on besides the pain. What are you? Krillin starts. Roshi powers up to his maximum, muscles bulging. Nappa, you want redemption for your failure? Fight me. Give these Saiyans something to protect. It's insane. Roshi at his maximum might match Raditz on a good day. Against Nappa, even weakened. But Nappa, pride stung by the challenge, breaks free of his restraints. You dare, old man. I'll show you the power of a Saiyan elite. They clash, and it's not even close. Nappa's first blow sends Roshi flying, but the old master rises, blood streaming from his mouth, and attacks again, and again, and again. Master, stop! Goku tries to move, but his own transformation has him paralyzed. No! Roshi gasps between beatings. This is my purpose, to show you that power isn't everything. That determination, that's what makes us human. Yamcha and Tien join the hopeless battle, followed by Krillin and even Chi-Chi. None of them can match Nappa's strength, but together they force him to work for every blow. Insects! Nappa charges a massive energy attack. I'll vaporize you all. Together, Piccolo commands, and the Z-Fighters combine their energy into a desperate shield. It won't be enough. They all know it, but they stand firm. The sight breaks through Gohan's transformation haze. His family, his friends, standing against impossible odds to protect him, to give his father time. No, the child whispers, then louder, no! What happens next defies every law of physics and ki. Gohan doesn't just transform, he transcends. His hair turns fully gold, his eyes teal, but more than that, his entire presence changes. The scared child vanishes, replaced by something ancient and terrible and beautiful. Stop! The word carries absolute authority. Nappa's attack dissipates like smoke. The elite Saiyan freezes, eyes wide with primordial fear. What are you? I am Son Gohan, the child states, each word reshaping reality. I am human and Saiyan. I am the bridge between worlds. And you, he raises one hand. You will not hurt my family. The energy that erupts doesn't follow any known pattern. It's not a beam or a wave, but a fundamental rewriting of Nappa's existence. The Saiyan elite screams as his body begins to break down at the cellular level, then stops. Gohan's childlike mercy won't allow complete destruction even now. Leave, Gohan commands. Find redemption elsewhere. But if you ever threaten Earth again... Nappa doesn't need the threat completed. He flees, stealing an abandoned space pod and launching himself away from a power that shouldn't exist in any timeline. But the effort costs Gohan everything. The golden form flickers and dies, leaving a small child who collapses into his father's arms. Gohan. Goku catches him, his own partial transformation stabilizing in response to his son's need. You did it, son. You saved everyone. Daddy. Gohan's voice is weak but clear. I saw things. Bad things coming. We need to be ready. All of us. We will be, Goku promises, but he exchanges worried glances with the others. If this is what partial transformation does to them, what will full ascension cost? Raditz approaches slowly, awe and calculation warring on his face. That power surpassed anything in Saiyan history. The boy didn't just achieve the legend, he redefined it. And nearly died doing it, Chi-Chi snaps, cradling her son protectively. No more transformations, no more pushing beyond limits. I won't lose my baby to some cosmic dick measuring contest. Chi-Chi, Goku starts gently, but she rounds on him. Don't! I've watched you boys play with powers that could crack planets. I've seen my 4-year-old son become something that terrifies galactic overlords. When does it end, Goku? When do we get to just live? The question hangs heavy because they all know the answer. Never. Not anymore. Earth has been noticed by the universe's predators, and showing weakness now means extinction. I can help, a new voice interjects. Everyone spins to find Vegeta standing at the crater's edge. His armor is different, not Frieza Force issue, but something custom. His power level reads higher than when he left, but controlled. You came back, Raditz states, moving protectively between the prince and his family. Obviously. Vegeta's trademark smirk is absent, replaced by something almost resembling respect. I felt the transformation from 3 systems away. Every scouter in the galaxy probably did. He looks at the unconscious Gohan. The boy achieved what I've sought my entire life. I want to know how. And if we refuse, Piccolo charges energy subtly. Then you face Frieza alone. Vegeta crosses his arms. Make no mistake, he's coming. The Ginyu Force is already mobilizing. Captain Ginyu himself leads them, and his body change technique could turn any of you against the others. You're offering alliance? Goku asks carefully. I'm offering survival. Vegeta's pride visibly costs him. The boy's transformation proves something I've suspected. The legend isn't about pure blood or elite heritage. It's about need, about protecting something beyond yourself. He spits the words like they taste foul, lessons I apparently need to learn. This could be a trap, Teen warns. It could, Vegeta agrees. But consider if I wanted you dead. Would I warn you about Ginyu? About Cooler's interest? About the fact that King Cold himself has taken notice? His scouter beeps. You have perhaps 2 weeks before the first wave arrives. You can waste time debating my motives, or you can accept that we need each other.
Raditz studies his former prince. You've changed.
No, Vegeta corrects. I've adapted. The boy showed me that raw power without purpose is meaningless. I want to achieve the legend, yes. But more than that, he pauses, the admission clearly painful. I want to survive what's coming, and despite my pride screaming otherwise, my best chance is with you. He's right about one thing, Master Roshi interjects, still recovering from his beating. We felt Gohan's transformation, but so did every power in the universe. We've painted a target on Earth. Then we make Earth a fortress, Bulma declares, already calculating. Vegeta, you know Frieza's technology. Help me understand their scouters, their ships, their weapons. We'll create countermeasures. And training? Vegeta looks at Goku. The boy's transformation was uncontrolled. Without proper guidance, the next attempt will kill him. Or worse, succeed completely and burn his humanity away. Worse, Chi-Chi demands. A full Super Saiyan without emotional grounding becomes a berserker, Vegeta explains clinically. Pure destruction incarnate. The legend speaks of one who destroyed 12 systems before burning out like a star. He nods at Gohan. Your son has the power, but power without control makes monsters, Goku finishes. He's felt it himself, the rage that comes with transformation, the desire to destroy everything. Only his earth-raised restraint held it back. So we train, Piccolo decides. All of us, including you, Vegeta. If you're staying, you follow Earth's rules. Which are, we protect the innocent. We show mercy when possible. We fight together not for glory but for survival. Piccolo's grin is sharp. Think your Saiyan pride can handle that. Vegeta's jaw clenches, but he nods. For now. And so, the most unlikely alliance in the universe forms. The Prince of Saiyans, learning humility. The brother who chose redemption. The hybrid child who holds unimaginable power. The humans who stand against gods. The Namekian who found family among aliens. We have 2 weeks, Goku summarizes, still holding his unconscious son. 2 weeks to prepare for war. Less, Vegeta corrects, checking his scouter. I'm detecting advanced scouts. The Ginyu Force's preliminary team, they'll be here in days to assess Earth's defenses. Then we give them something to report, Raditz suggests grimly. Something that makes even Frieza pause. What could possibly? Yamcha starts. The brothers of legend, Vegeta interrupts, looking between Goku and Raditz. It's more than a fairy tale. There are texts, ancient ones that speak of 2 Saiyan brothers whose synchronized power could challenge gods. Add the boy's hybrid vigor. He actually smiles. We might survive this. Might? Krillin squeaks. Would you prefer comfortable lives? Vegeta asks. The truth is, we're outnumbered, outgunned, and racing against time. But we have something Frieza doesn't expect. Saiyans who fight for more than conquest, humans who surpass their limits, and a child who rewrites the rules of power. And a week to make it all work, Master Roshi adds. I suggest we stop talking and start training. As they disperse to prepare, Goku lingers with his son. Gohan stirs slightly, eyes fluttering open.
Daddy, did I do good?
You did amazing, son. But the fight's not over.
I know.
Gohan's young face shows wisdom beyond his years. In the transformation, I saw things. Frieza's not the worst threat. There's something else. Something that makes him look like... But unconsciousness claims him again, leaving Goku with questions and a growing dread. What could be worse than the Galactic Emperor? What did his son see in that moment of transcendence? The last stand approaches, not against one enemy, but against the universe itself. And their only hope lies in bonds that cross species, in power born from protection rather than pride, and in a legend that's only beginning to unfold. Earth has 7 days to become unconquerable. The countdown begins. The attack comes at dawn on the 7th day. 5 pods scream through Earth's atmosphere, but instead of the random impacts of Saiyan arrivals, these land in perfect formation around West City. The Ginyu Force's advanced team, Raspberry, Blueberry, and their captain Strawberry emerge with synchronized poses that would be comical if their power levels weren't terrifying. Scanning for the anomalous power signature, Strawberry announces, his scouter beeping rapidly. Lord Frieza wants confirmation before... He stops. His scouter explodes. Standing before them are Earth defenders, arranged in their own formation. But something's different, wrong, impossible. Goku and Raditz stand together, their auras synchronized in a way that makes reality waver. Vegeta flanks them, his pride subsumed into tactical positioning. The humans, Krillin, Tien, Yamcha, even Chi-Chi, radiate power that shouldn't exist in their species. Piccolo hovers above, green energy crackling. And at the center, held safely between his father and uncle, stands Gohan. The child looks normal, calm, but every scouter the Ginyu Force tries to use near him simply dies. Identify yourselves, Strawberry demands, falling back on protocol. We're Earth's protectors, Goku responds. Then, in perfect galactic standard, and you're trespassing. The language shift catches them off guard. These aren't ignorant backwater savages. These are warriors who've been preparing. Lord Frieza demands nothing here. Vegeta interrupts, his royal bearing evident. I am Prince Vegeta of the Saiyans. These are my allies. You have one chance to leave with your lives. Traitor, Raspberry spits. Lord Frieza, well, he never finishes. Raditz moves faster than thought, his fist connecting with the alien's jaw, but it's not the impact that's shocking, it's what happens after. Raspberry's body seizes as foreign ki invades his system, rewriting his energy patterns. Saiyan nerve strike, Raditz explains casually as Raspberry collapses, paralyzed. A technique I developed studying Earth's pressure points. Combines both worlds' knowledge. Impossible! Blueberry backs away. The briefing said Earth's warriors were primitive. Your briefing, Piccolo descends, cape billowing was wrong. What follows isn't a battle, it's a demonstration. The Ginyu Force advanced team expects raw power, brute force, the typical Saiyan approach. Instead, they face something unprecedented. Warriors who've learned from each other. Yamcha's Wolf Fang Fist now incorporates Saiyan power multiplication. Krillin's Destructo Disc splits into dozens of guided projectiles. Tien's Multiform creates copies that each use different fighting styles. Human, Saiyan, Namekian. Retreat, Strawberry orders, but it's too late. Chi-Chi appears behind him, power pole extending. But when it strikes, it doesn't just impact, it channels ki directly into his nervous system, a technique Raditz helped her develop. That's for threatening my son, she states as Strawberry convulses. In minutes it's over. The advanced team lies defeated, not dead. Earth's mercy extending even to enemies, but thoroughly broken. Their scouters are destroyed, their pride shattered, their mission failed. Now, Vegeta approaches Strawberry, who's still conscious. You'll deliver a message to Frieza. Tell him Earth is protected. Tell him the Saiyans have evolved beyond his understanding. Tell him, Vegeta smiles coldly, that if he comes here, he'll face powers that make the Ginyu Force look like children. He'll destroy your world from orbit, Strawberry gasps. He'll try, Goku interjects. But Earth has friends now, allies who've been waiting for Frieza to overextend himself. He helps Strawberry to his feet, the gesture confusing the alien. We know about the rebellion on planet Namek, the resistance cells throughout the Empire, the moment Frieza commits his forces here. The Empire burns, Vegeta finishes, so tell your master to choose carefully. Face us and lose everything, or leave Earth alone and keep his crumbling kingdom. The advanced team limps to their pods, thoroughly defeated, but alive. As they launch, Bulma emerges from cover with a satisfied smile. Tracking beacons attached. We'll know exactly where they go, who they report to, and what Frieza's response is. Brilliant, Vegeta admits grudgingly. Earth's technology combined with stolen Frieza Force intel creates options, Bulma finishes. I've been busy while you boys were punching each other. Capsule Corp now has energy shields based on Saiyan pod tech, weapons that can channel ki, and early warning systems spread across the solar system. And the Dragon Balls? Master Roshi asks. Hidden, Piccolo confirms. Even I don't know where Kami placed them. Frieza won't be making any wishes on our watch. As they regroup at Capsule Corp, the reality of their victory sinks in. They've won the first skirmish, but the war is far from over. Frieza will come personally now, Vegeta states. His pride won't allow anything else, but it'll take time to mobilize his full force. Months, maybe a year. Then we use that time, Goku decides. Train harder, grow stronger, recruit allies. Speaking of which, Raditz gestures to the sky where several ships materialize. I may have sent some messages while you were all playing hero. The ships bear various insignias, rebel factions, mercenary groups, even former Frieza Force deserters. As their occupants emerge, the diversity is stunning. Namekians who escaped their world's occupation, Saiyans who survived the genocide by being off-world, members of races Frieza had conquered, now free and seeking revenge. You started a rebellion, Vegeta breathes, genuine surprise in his voice. We, Raditz corrects, started a rebellion. Every world Frieza has enslaved, every race he's diminished. They've been waiting for a sign, for proof that he can be beaten. He gestures to Gohan, who watches the aliens with curious eyes. A hybrid child achieving impossible transformations. Saiyans defending rather than destroying. That's the spark they needed. Among the new arrivals, a Namekian elder approaches Piccolo. Brother, he speaks in their native tongue, we've brought warriors, healers, and knowledge. The Dragon Clan wishes to support Earth's stand. A scarred Saiyan woman studies Vegeta with interest. Prince Vegeta fighting alongside lower-class warriors and aliens? The universe truly has gone mad. She smirks. Count the survivors of planet Vegeta in. We number 24, but we're all experienced. More introductions follow. Each refugee brings skills, knowledge, technology. Earth transforms from a backwater planet to the center of galactic resistance in mere hours. This changes our strategy, Goku realizes. We're not just defending Earth anymore. Leading a revolution, Gohan finishes quietly. The child's transformations have left him changed. Still innocent, but carrying wisdom that unsettles everyone. I saw this. In the Golden Place, Earth becomes either the Empire's grave or the universe's hope.
No pressure, Krillin mutters.
As the sun sets on their new reality, teams form naturally. Vegeta works with the Saiyan survivors, teaching them Earth's collaborative approach while learning their guerrilla tactics. Raditz coordinates with former Frieza Force members, building intelligence networks. Piccolo bonds with his Namekian brothers, unlocking abilities his isolation had hidden. And Goku, Earth's unlikely hero, finds himself at the center of it all, the bridge between worlds. His ability to bring enemies together, first Piccolo, then Raditz, then Vegeta, now entire species, makes him the revolution's heart. We need a base, Bulma announces. West City can't support this many fighters. I know a place Master Roshi offers, an island chain, uninhabited but key-rich, perfect for training and staging. And defensible, Vegeta adds approvingly. We'll need that when alarms blare. Every scouter, every detection device screams warnings. In orbit, a massive ship drops from hyperspace. Not Frieza's mothership. Something else. Something worse. That's impossible, one of the Saiyan survivors whispers. That design, it's King Cold's personal fleet. Frieza's father? Yamcha pales. But why? Because his son is a fool, a voice broadcast across all frequencies. The figure that appears on every ream is massive, regal, and radiates power that dwarfs anything they've faced. I am King Cold. You've created quite the disturbance, Little Earth. Defeating my son's advance force, starting rebellions, awakening powers better left sleeping. He pauses, violet eyes focusing somehow on Gohan. Especially you, hybrid child. You interest me greatly. What do you want? Goku steps forward, protective instincts flaring.
What? I want order restored, balance maintained, and that requires
Cold smiles, revealing far too many teeth. Evaluation. I'll arrive in 3 days. Prepare your best warriors. If you impress me, perhaps Earth joins my empire as valued allies rather than conquered slaves. And if we refuse, Vegeta challenges. Then I demonstrate why even Frieza fears his father. The transmission cuts. Silence follows. Then Gohan speaks, his young voice cutting through the tension. He's not the real threat. In the Golden Place, I saw something else. Something that makes King Cold look like he struggles for words, like an ant before a god. One crisis at a time, son, Goku says gently. But inside, dread builds. What could be worse than the Cold family? What did his son see during transformation? The New World Order has formed. Earth at the center of galactic rebellion. Unlikely allies united against tyranny. But greater challenges loom. And the power awakening in Gohan may be both salvation and doom. 3 days to prepare for a god of destruction. And beyond that, shadows of threats that defy comprehension. The revolution has begun, but its cost remains to be paid. The night before King Cold's arrival, an unusual gathering takes place atop Kami's lookout. Not a war hurler training session, but something rarer, a moment of reflection among warriors who've reshaped the universe's destiny. Goku sits at the edge, legs dangling over clouds, watching the stars that now hold allies instead of just threats. Vegeta stands nearby, pride battling with newfound humility. Raditz leans against a pillar, still marveling at his path from would-be conqueror to Earth's defender. Piccolo meditates while somehow remaining part of the conversation. Even Gohan is there, curled against his father's side, wisdom beyond his years evident in his quiet attention. We've changed everything, Vegeta states, his voice lacking its usual arrogance. The timeline, the universe's balance, the very nature of what it means to be Saiyan. For better or worse? Raditz asks the question they've all been avoiding. Both, Piccolo answers without opening his eyes. In the original flow, yes, Goku, your son's visions showed me too. Earth faced each threat sequentially, grew stronger gradually, lost much, but saved more. And now? Goku prompts. Now we've compressed decades of conflict into months, united enemies before they could destroy each other, created powers that shouldn't exist for years, if ever. Piccolo's eyes open, reflecting starlight. We've made ourselves a target for forces that would have ignored Earth until it was ready. Or Gohan interjects softly. We've given the universe hope before despair could take root. They turn to the child, who continues with wisdom that still unsettles them. In the other timeline, how many worlds did Frieza destroy while Earth grew strong in isolation? How many races went extinct because no one stood up when it mattered? The boy has a point, Vegeta admits grudgingly. By accelerating events, we've saved civilizations that would have fallen. The Nanians who joined us. In the original timeline, Frieza devastates their world seeking Dragon Balls, which he learned about because of us. Goku points out, the weight of unintended consequences heavy in his voice. Exactly, Raditz nods. Every choice creates ripples. We saved some, doomed others. The question becomes, do we have the right to make those choices? We have the responsibility, Vegeta counters. Power unused is complicity in evil's triumph. Spoken like a true prince, Piccolo observes dryly. But what about the cost to individuals? Gohan's childhood, stolen by power he shouldn't need for years. Goku, torn between two identities. Raditz, struggling with guilt over choices made under duress. Everyone pays a price, Raditz says quietly. In the original timeline, or this one, at least here, we pay it together. Silence falls as they consider this. Below, Earth turns, unaware that its fate is being philosophically dissected by aliens who've made it home. What bothers me, Goku finally speaks, is the question of identity. Am I Son Goku who remember being Kakarot, or am I Kakarot pretending to be Goku? When I achieve Super Saiyan, and we all know it's coming, will I still be me? You'll be both, Gohan says simply. Like I'm both human and Saiyan. The transformation doesn't erase who you are, it reveals everything you could be. From the mouths of babes, Master Roshi comments, joining them with tea. But the child speaks truth. Power doesn't corrupt by existing. It corrupts when we let it define us rather than express us. Pretty words, Vegeta scoffs, but gently. Yet when I achieve the legend, and I will, the rage that comes with it will be tempered by the bonds you've formed, Piccolo finishes. That's what makes this timeline different. In the original, transformations were achieved through loss, isolation, desperate fury. Here we transform through connection, protection, shared purpose. The brothers of legend, Raditz muses, maybe that's what it really means. Not two Saiyans who share blood, but any warriors who share bonds stronger than power. Then we're all brothers, Krillin says, arriving with others. And sisters, he adds as Chi-Chi and Bulma join them. This whole insane family, bound by choice rather than chance. Which brings us to tomorrow. Vegeta refocuses them. King Cold represents the old way, power through dominance, order through fear. We represent something new. Chaotic, Bulma corrects with a smile. Messy, complicated, but alive in ways his empire never could be. He'll test us, Goku predicts. Not just our power, but our convictions. Whether this unity survives when faced with true, overwhelming force. Then we show him, Chi-Chi declares fiercely. Show him that a mother protecting her child is stronger than any galactic emperor. That humans standing with aliens, enemies becoming family, love transcending species. That's the power that will reshape the universe. Or destroy it, Gohan whispers, and they all hear the prophecy in his young voice. The golden place showed me both paths. We save everything or lose everything. No middle ground. Then we save everything, Goku says firmly, pulling his son closer. Because that's what we do, that's who we are. Not Saiyans or humans or Nemkians, but protectors of each other, of Earth, of hope itself. Beautiful sentiment. Piccolo stands, practical as always, but Cold arrives at dawn. Philosophy becomes reality in 8 hours. As they disperse to final preparations, Vegeta lingers. Kakarot, Goku, whatever you call yourself. In the original timeline, did we ever become friends? Goku finishes. Eventually. After a lot of pain that this timeline has avoided, he offers his hand, but I think I prefer this version. Vegeta stares at the offered hand, a gesture that would have meant death on planet Vegeta. Trust being weakness. Then he takes it firmly. As do I, the prince admits. Though if you tell anyone I said that, your secret's safe, Goku grins. Brother. The word hangs between them, heavy with meaning. Not of blood, but of choice. Not of race, but of purpose. Tomorrow, they face a god, but tonight they found something gods rarely achieve, understanding across impossibility, unity despite difference, family forged in the crucible of choice rather than chance. The philosophical becomes practical at dawn, but for now, under stars that hold both threats and allies, Earth's defenders rest in the knowledge that whatever comes, they face it together. The greatest transformation isn't of body, but of spirit, and in that, they've already achieved the legendary. As dawn breaks and King Cold's ship descends through Earth's atmosphere, Goku stands with his assembled allies, but something nags at him, a feeling that pieces of a vast puzzle are sliding into place beyond anyone's perception. The first thread reveals itself when King Cold emerges. The Galactic Emperor studies them with ancient eyes, but when his gaze falls on Gohan, something flickers, not surprise, but recognition. So, Cold says slowly, the hybrid child exists in this timeline too. How? Interesting. 2. Vegeta catches the implication immediately. You speak as if you've seen other timelines. Cold's smile is enigmatic. The Cold family has ruled for millennia. Young prince, do you think we achieved such longevity through strength alone? He gestures dismissively. Power fades. Empires fall. But knowledge of what was, what is, what might be. That is true. Immortality. The second thread appears in Gohan's reaction. The child, who faced the Ginyu Force without flinching, takes an involuntary step back. You're not supposed to be here, he whispers. In the Golden Place, King Cold never came to Earth. This is wrong. Wrong? Cold laughs, the sound like breaking ice. My dear boy, nothing is wrong when you understand the nature of reality. Your transformation didn't just awaken power, it created a beacon across dimensions. Every version of King Cold felt it. I simply chose to investigate personally. The implications stagger everyone. If Cold can sense across dimensions, if beings of sufficient power can cross timelines, the Time Patrol, Raditz breeds, a memory surfacing from nowhere. Father mentioned them once, said there were guardians who... He stops, confused. But I don't remember him saying that. How do I know? Because, a new voice interjects, memories aren't as linear as you believe. Everyone spins to find a figure that shouldn't exist. Future Gohan, adult and battle-scarred, wearing clothes that blend Saiyan and Earthling designs. But his energy signature is wrong, fractured like he's not entirely present. Impossible, present Gohan gasps. You're me, but from a timeline that no longer exists. Future Gohan confirms sadly. When you achieve that patchal transformation, when you touch the golden place as you call it, you didn't just access power. You access the nexus, the point where all timelines converge. King Cold watches with interest rather than alarm. Oh, you see it too. The child's power isn't just physical, it's temporal. He exists at the intersection of possibilities. Which is why you're really here, Goku realizes. Protective instincts flaring, not to conquer Earth, but to claim Gohan. Claim? Such a crude word. Cold's power flares, casual but overwhelming. I prefer recruit. The child's potential transcends anything in recorded history. With proper guidance, he could maintain the cosmic balance my family has protected for eons. Protected? Vegeta snarls. You've enslaved galaxies. To prevent worse, Cold replies simply. You think Frieza is evil? He's a Heil playing with matches. There are forces in the universe beyond it that would unmake reality itself if not kept in check. The Cold family serves as a necessary evil, maintaining order through fear because the alternative is annihilation. Future Gohan nods grimly. He's not lying. In my timeline after Cold's empire fell, something else emerged. Something that made us wish for the days of mere galactic tyrants. His form flickers. I can't maintain this projection much longer, but know this. The path you're on leads to either ultimate salvation or complete erasure. There's no middle ground. Because of me, young Gohan says quietly. My power draws their attention. The things beyond the universe. I'm bait? You're a catalyst, Future Gohan corrects gently. Your existence forces a choice, evolve or die, not just for Earth or the Cold Empire, but for reality itself. As his future self fades, young Gohan turns to King Cold. You knew this would happen, you've been preparing. For centuries, Cold admits, every conquered world, every destroyed race calculated moves to concentrate power to prepare for what's coming. Frieza thinks he builds an empire for glory. I build a weapon for survival. And Earth? Goku demands. Earth is the trigger. Your unity, your impossible transformations, your hybrid child. You've accelerated a timeline I thought we had millennia to prepare for. Cold's expression turns serious, so I offer a bargain. Join me, not as slaves, but as equals. Help me forge a force capable of facing what comes, or stand alone and doom us all. The third thread reveals itself in the silence that follows. This isn't about Saiyans versus tyrants, Earth versus Empire. It's about existence itself preparing for a war beyond comprehension. What are they? Piccolo asks finally. These threats you speak of. Cold's answer chills them all. The ones who created the Super Saiyan legend as a weapon. The ones who watch from outside reality. The ones who've decided this universe has served its purpose. He looks directly at Gohan, unless a hybrid child proves that evolution beyond their design is possible. As King Cold's words sink in, Goku feels the final thread pull tight. Every choice, every transformation, every alliance hasn't been random. They've been guided, manipulated, pushed toward this moment by forces beyond understanding. We need time, Goku says finally, to discuss, to decide. Time, Cold muses. Yes, that's what we all need. Very well. 3 days. Decide whether you stand with the universe's survival or its noble defeat. As Cold's ship rises, leaving them with impossible choices, Gohan speaks one last time. In the Golden Place, I saw the end, but I also saw a beginning. The question is, which one do we choose? The hidden threads are revealed, but their pattern remains unclear. Earth's defenders face not just King Cold, but the revelation that their entire journey has been orchestrated by powers that make gods look mortal. The real story hasn't been about Saiyans or transformations or even family. It's been about evolution itself racing against annihilation. And at the center of it all, a 4-year-old boy whose power might save or doom everything that has ever existed. The circle closes where it began, with Goku hand pressed to his temple, remembering. But now he remembers not just the past, but echoes of futures yet to be decided. I remember, he whispers to the dawn. I remember everything. And in that memory lies either hope or despair for all reality. The story ends where a greater saga begins,